Hello and welcome to the Coach14Me podcast. I'm Mark Eberly. My guest today, Pastor Haman Cross Jr. out of Detroit, Michigan. Haman's going to share his golf experience. I'm excited to hear what he has to say. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it because I've always enjoyed my time with Pastor Cross. So looking forward to hear from him, and we just hope you're going to stick around and listen to hear what he has to say. I want to thank Golf Brevard for sponsoring the podcast this week. We appreciate their support. And if you want to play some great golf, get to one of their two golf courses. The Habitat Golf Course, you can find them at thehabitatgolf.com, or Spessard Holland Golf Course, spessardhollandgolf.com. Golf Brevard is a nonprofit 501c3, and they're saving some golf courses for the citizens of Brevard County. So come out and enjoy some golf. Welcome to Coach14Me podcast. We are at Spessard Holland Golf Course, and I have a very special guest with me, Pastor Haman Cross Jr. from Rosedale Park Baptist Church. He is known as a touring golfer by very few people in the world, but I think he introduces himself that way once in a while, just for people who are unsuspecting. But and it only takes one look at his golf swing to know it's not true. But we're always glad to have Haman here. Haman, it's like I've known you for probably 20 years, and your golf game has not gotten any better, and I don't know why, but you keep trying, and that's all that matters. But no, we're glad to have Haman here today. I'm going to start by asking you a couple of questions I try to ask everyone. Do you remember the first time you picked up a golf club and when it was?
Yes, I do. First, to give you a little background, 70 years old, grew up in Detroit, and actually, I probably was in my 50s.
Really?
Before I could even tell you if there was a golf course in Detroit. I had no idea.
What'd you think those places were you drove past?
I just went past them. I didn't know if they were out there cutting the grass or whatever. So I was in my 50s, and I think the first time we had some missionaries at our church getting some training. They were going to go overseas, and one guy had been like semi-pro, whatever, and he took my wife and I out to the driver range or whatever, and I was impressed with how he hit the ball, and then how my wife hit the ball, because they could hit it. And this was her first time, but I was like, I played football, basketball, that kind of thing, and so it was quite challenging. But my competitive spirit was like, there's no way my wife should be able to hit that ball, and I can't. And because I couldn't pick it up, I dropped it. I didn't do anything with it. Then I think a year or two later, my baby daughter was in high school. She took a golf class and wanted me to take her out golfing or something like that. And so I went with her. I had no idea what I was doing. She only wanted to play because of the golf outfits. So she got me to take her. Next thing I know, I bought her 4 or 5 golf outfits. But again, she had a golf class, and she could hit the ball, and I couldn't. And I'm like, this is crazy. And then it was only when our mutual friend, Rod English, started playing golf, because he and I, he had played basketball. Like, he played at Michigan State a little bit with Magic and all that kind of stuff. So I was a basketball player. And then when he started playing golf, he talked us into it, and I didn't think it would fit me until I think a couple of little short tips he gave me. I hit that ball long. It kind of went way out there and then back. We now call it my Picasso, but the whole idea of hitting that ball amazed me. And the reason why I always hit more than one shot is because I just like hitting the ball. It don't matter where it goes. I just like hitting the ball.
Well, why is it there's always someone in your group saying, you need to hit again? We can't find that one.
Yeah, that happens. We, as a matter of fact, my friends, what's called mulligans. We have mulligans, and
that's a first hole thing, right?
Well, It depends. And Mandelas, we have, you can take a mulligan and a Mandela. So we have our local rules, and we take as many as we want.
So the golf bug bit you.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. And then my wife started playing. She loves the game. And for years we played together, and her health has stopped her from playing. But I fell in love with it. I just wish I had learned as a kid. I thought there was nothing better or greater than basketball. And I personally think people who play golf are halfway to heaven, actually. Only halfway, though.
Yeah, you brought up Rod, and we talked about that a little earlier, and how Rod really took our program into Detroit and had a major impact and had kids all over the place.
Yes.
Introduced to golf and participating in golf, and I know that was important to the Dale, to your church.
Absolutely, yeah. And that was a great journey because, I had discipled Rod. He became a really strong believer, became one of the elders in the church. Used to love, he was younger than me, so I used to love spanking him in basketball, but then he got bigger and stronger, and we talk stuff and still talk smack. And so he loved playing golf because he would beat me like a rug. And he didn't mind because I wasn't that good of a player. He'd come out there and spank me and spank me and spank me. But he exposed the whole church to it, actually. But then his heart to teach kids and work with children is passed on. His children now are working with kids, and so even though he's with the Lord, but just a phenomenal golfer, man who committed to working with children and playing golf. Really good memories.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to share with you. I don't think I've really ever shared this story out in public. I shared it with you about Rod.
Yes.
And how I was coming from the golf business, and I'd gotten away from it for a couple of years because I really felt like it was interfering with who I should be. And I'd worshiped the game, and I'd followed the game, and it had been my life. So I stepped back for a couple of years. And as I reevaluated who I was and what I wanted to do, I came back to the game with a different purpose of, okay, I know God has given me something in my life, and I need to share that. So that's where I started the kids program. And being in golf all of my life, I was in a world that I was very comfortable in because of, let's just say it, the color of my skin. It was real easy. But I heard things and saw things that I really didn't appreciate, which was pretty common. And I am glad to say I think it's gotten a lot better, and that's exciting. But at the time, I was frustrating, and it's like, God, I don't want to create this. So what am I going to do here? I don't want it to be that. I want it to be more than that. And I shared with you how word started getting out that I was starting a program, and we were spreading it around a little. And I thought about, okay, I need people regionally to get involved. Who can I do that? The first call that I got was from a black firefighter in Detroit, Michigan, and it was Rod English. And we connected, and he took the program and just had a major impact, more so than anyone I could imagine. It was just so dynamic, and it was exciting to watch what happened. But that was really a neat page in the history of our program, what Rod did with it, and the community it was able to reach into. And I mean, today we continue that. We try to target communities.
Yes.
I think that's what we should be doing. It's too easy to go into a club and create a junior program, and all the kids at the club come out in your junior program. That's fine,
Right.
but that's not what we're trying to do. And I've always bragged that at least 75% of the kids in our program have never touched a golf club. I'm excited about that. That means, for me, my personal testimony, I believe my God is a God of opportunity.
Amen.
And the best I can be for God is creating opportunities for others. And that's what we try to do through the program. I don't want to get off into this real serious tangent about this because, you know as well as I do, we have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, yes.
And that's what keeps it going. That's why it's so much fun to watch you, because that's very entertaining on a golf course.
You got it. You got it.
But it's just another question for you. I like to ask people, because I like to know what people are thinking about golf. Who's your favorite tour player? Do you have one?
That's a good question. Tiger used to be, but now the longer he plays, the more I don't like him, because I think he should have retired back after he, I hate to see guys out there playing and they've lost it all. It's just like these guys who should have retired.
Yeah.
And they get back out, then the young guys will have on their record,
It's like,
I beat Joe Lewis or somebody. Yeah, but he was
it's like
70
Mickey
years
Mantle
old.
the last 3 years.
Exactly.
He should have quit.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and then I like the senior guys. I mean, I didn't before, but now that I'm a senior, I like the senior
You can
guys.
relate.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with all. I've yet to find anyone with my kind of swing.
I think we'd have to go to the emergency room for that.
They'll become my.
Right. The other question I ask everyone that I don't have to ask you is, I always ask them, what golf ball do you play? And I know your answers is whatever golf ball I give you. So
You got it.
that's where we go with that one.
You got it.
But no, it's like golf is it's really more than a sport.
Right.
That's what's fascinating about it. And I wish I could share that more with parents, that they understood. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm not trying to get your kids involved in golf to consume them with golf. You can still play baseball and basketball and football and do all that stuff. But it's like, open the door to golf, because it opens doors to other things in the world that those sports don't do. It's like I shared with you the statistic that I read recently, that 80% of kids that get involved in baseball quit by the age of 13. It's like, that's just the natural progression of other sports. It happens in every other sport. Golf's almost just the opposite. It's like, you're a perfect example. Started in your 50s. Calvin Pete started in his, mid-20s and became a world champion.
Yes.
I mean, but the theme for me is like I shared, is like, yeah, I kind of came from the wrong side of the tracks, blue-collar family, working dad, stay-at-home mom. And what happened with me is it gave me social skills and got me places I would have never been.
Yes.
Met people that I would have never met in my life. It would have never happened. So it's just like, I look back at golf and it's like, could I have gotten there without golf? I don't know. Right. I mean, but I do know what golf did for me. And I'm not one of these people that think golf is this miracle sport that fixes everything and it's all wonderful people. Right. Because I always joke, it's like these people that always say, oh, golf is wonderful and these people are so incredible. And I come and run a golf course and you're going to find a lot of jerks on a golf course. That's just the reality. That's just the world we live in. Right. They're everywhere. Golf's not immune from that. But I want to talk to you a little bit about, I know you enjoy golf and you're getting close to that age where you're going to focus on some things, and do some other things in your life as opposed to being in the pulpit. Right. And doing all of that. Where do you see that leading you as far as your activities and what you want to be doing?
Well, one thing, I'm so thankful that I learned golf, because to me I can play it forever. And again, it just brings so much to the table. It's very athletic. It's great exercise, being outside, being outdoors. And I've been playing for years, and it's very rare that I've met jerks on the golf course. It's just been some of the nicest people. Yep. I go places. I've been to some places, for instance, where I was the first black or the only black on the course ever played, and the people are nice and those kind of things. Another thing is that once I started playing golf, it was really interesting. I had a lot of executive, very wealthy friends who were friends and stuff. But once I started playing golf, I mean, I was getting all kind of invitations to play at these really nice private places, and what got me is they didn't mind that I wasn't a good player. I think they may have liked whooping me, beating me. It's like, you could beat me in basketball, but because all these people could play. I mean, really nice. As a matter of fact, I think my second year playing, I played at Oakland Hills. I had no idea what Oakland Hills was.
Wow.
I had no idea where I was, and this friend of mine was a member there. He took me out, and I could tell. I mean, he loved spanking me, man. He was like, I said, okay, this is what this was, but it just opened the world for me. And then I have friends who've I played with all over the country, so it's just a whole new world.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's the only my wife and I. We've been married 45, 46 years or more, and golf is the only thing, because we're so competitive, only sport that we can play and not need a therapist afterwards. Because anything else we play, she's competitive, she's upset, she's angry, because I like, but she loved playing, and so it's a great game. And then I've enjoyed seeing new people start to play, people in our church. It's a really good connection. And then not only being outside, it's very athletic. I mean, it's a really good workout. A lot of people think it's not. And I've taken people out the first time, and after 9 holes, they're ready to quit. But just the skills that required, the mindset that's required.
Absolutely.
It just does. To me, it's just a holistic game. I was telling my friends, I think the first sport that children should learn should be golf, because there's so much. It's
awesome.
Eye hand, the etiquette, the rules, all of that. It's awesome. To me. I've not seen anything better. And then again, you can play. I know guys, in their 90s still playing. Yep. And I still like walking and that kind of thing. So it's just so good. And again, I got guys in our church who never ever imagined playing golf that they would like it, and now they're just like, So it's to me, it really is. Yeah. It really is. And I've yet to meet women who, when properly trained or coached, whatever, they love it. Yeah. Now to me, again, I learned a lot on my own, so it's my bad habits and stuff, but it is a great game.
What a great word to end it right there. And gosh, that's good to hear. It's neat. And you're right, because what you're saying, I'm in total agreement with it. It's a great gift to give a young person.
Yes.
And that's the way we should look at it.
Yes.
But Pastor, thanks for being here.
Always.
I know you've got some more golf the rest of the week, so we'll look forward to hanging out with you.
Sounds good. Good reconnecting with you, Mark. Good. Thank you, man.
Take care, brother.
Thank you. Good.
Great big thank you to Haman for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. I did, just like every time I'm with him. So find us at Coach14Me.com/podcast, or anywhere that you find a podcast, you will find us. The next episode is going to be next Friday with a new guest, and make sure you look for us. I'm Mark Eberly, and this is the Coach1 for Me podcast.